Online. So sorry if you're there and I'm not talking. Yeah, I think we're live now. It's a little bit different today. Right, good morning. Anita Dawn here from Anita Dawn Wellbeing, off to a slow start there. So in February, I have been going live from Monday to Friday talking about healthy tips or health tips. And this week it's about exercise. So what is the difference between activity and exercise? Are you exercising on a regular basis? Is it important to exercise on a regular basis? So let's first of all address whether you should be exercising on a daily basis. Yeah. Exercise is really non-negotiable. It's just as important as eating. Would you kind of decide, oh, I haven't got time to eat today or go shopping. I don't think I'll eat today. I'll eat tomorrow. Yeah. Well, our body needs exercise. Activity is where we move around, we're gardening, we're doing housework, we're going shopping. So we are keeping active, which is important. It depends what you want out of life. Yeah. You'll keep moving, with activity, you'll be okay, you'll have a fairly good quality of life. But if you want to get more out of life, if you want to go on longer walks with a group of people, maybe a 10-mile hike to some beautiful location in the countryside, you might want to hike a fell or even a mountain. You might want to go open water swimming like I do. Yeah, and I want to stay strong enough to be able to handle my big motorbike, yeah, which weighs about 200 kilograms. You've probably heard about the phrase, sitting is the new smoking. Yeah, it can be as harmful. Well, it is as harmful to you as smoking. It can lead to a myriad of chronic lifestyle diseases. Also, your metabolism slows down when you have lack of movement, and then we're prone to put on weight, and that also leads to chronic diseases. Exercise also is known to reduce stress, and I think all of us suffer a little bit from stress throughout the day. It's impossible to avoid it. Yeah, it really is in today's lifestyle, 24/7, and with technology, particularly now in lockdown. There is subtle stresses going on in the background. Whether we feel it or not, our body is relatively stressed, and exercise helps to dispel the stress. Yeah, and again, with lockdown, perhaps we're doing less activity, less movement, and less prone to exercise, with the gyms being closed and not being allowed to do group activity outdoors or indoors. Yeah. As we get older, it's particularly important. Yeah, we have what we call an aging trajectory. And if during your adult life, your early adult life even, if you're not making an effort to stay fit and healthy, exercise on a regular basis, according to the guidelines, which I'll be giving you later, maybe later this week, then as you get older, you do fall below the disability line. Yeah, if you do nothing if you make no effort with your health and fitness at all, and you just sort of bumble on through your life and sit down a lot and don't really have a good lifestyle. Okay, but you can, just by having good lifestyle habits, which is not just diet, which we talked about last week, but also exercise, really key, then you can stay above the disability line and have a good quality of life all the way to the end of your life, where we say that your health span equals your lifespan, instead of ending early, where our health span tends to go down, and then we have maybe 10, 20 years of disability and very low quality of life towards the end of our lives. Yeah. All right. And so we have, several categories of older adult. We have an active older adult, which I am myself. Yeah, I make an effort. I exercise on a daily basis. I might have one day off a week. I think rest is also really important. Yeah. But you have your active older adult, and people think, wow, still doing that at your age. And then you have the frail older adult, people that have muscle wastage from sitting down too much, lack of mobility, lack of energy, and become quite frail, and again prone to diseases like sarcopenia, which is muscle wastage, and osteoporosis, which is thinning of the bones. Yeah, and that really is very, very limiting as we go through life. Yeah, and can shorten our lives as well. So the guidelines are, very, very briefly, I'll go into them in more detail this week on a daily basis at 8:30 every morning live. So this is not just a challenge for me to be out there at 8:30 in the morning, but for you to join me as well. Yeah. So the guidelines are 150 minutes of aerobic activity, moderate aerobic activity every week. Yeah. So that could be about 30 minutes on most days of the week. Yeah. Strength training. Yeah, strength training we'll look at. So tomorrow will be about cardio, different types of cardio, the effects of it and what happens when you don't do it. And then we have, you've heard about the, if you don't use it, you lose it. So that's another term that we're used to hearing. Yeah, and then strength training 2 to 3 times a week. So we're looking at, I'll explain more about strength training on Wednesday. Yeah. And then flexibility is really important. Yeah, if we don't stretch, then we're going to lose the mobility around the joints. So stretching and mobility we're looking at on Thursday and Friday. Brain health, brain fitness. Yeah, it's part of fitness. And exercise. Yeah, exercise is one of the magic bullets for brain health. So we'll be looking more at that on Friday. And so do tune in at 8:30 every morning. Yeah, I'm streaming in different locations, but the main location where you can find me is Move More, Age Less. Okay, it's a Facebook group. It's a public group. Anyone can join, and do pop in the comments, particularly there. Let's get a conversation going around this. Tell me how often you are exercising. What are you doing for exercise? What's your favorite activity? Yeah, is it playing tennis? Is it open water swimming? Yeah, even in the winter. Yeah. So, yeah, I look forward to talking to you tomorrow about cardio fitness. Yeah, the importance, giving you some ideas, and what happens when you don't do it. You guys have a great day, and talk to you tomorrow morning, 8:30 every day this week. And it's the last week of my 8:30 going lives, but I will be coming up with something equally exciting and interesting in March. So watch this space.